Tyson Fury sacks Ben Davison 2 months before his rematch with Deontay Wilder. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Remstar Says So. So let's get into this one, guys. Got a lot of boxing to talk about. A lot has been happening. Been away for about a week and a half, but we are back. Remstar Says So fans, welcome back. Listeners, welcome back. Everybody, make sure that you go and hit that subscribe button. Press that bell notification button so that as soon as I drop a new video, you get notified and you can listen to it straight away. So yeah, Tyson, the big gypsy bitch, has decided to sack off Ben Davison 2 months before his rematch with Deontay Wilder. Now, for me, this doesn't come as a surprise. In my opinion, Tyson Fury has lost 2 of his last 3 fights. He was clearly knocked out against Deontay Wilder, and the referee gave him about 30 to 40 seconds to recover with the late count, the slow count, and running to either side of the ring to do the people's elbow, and just generally being a pagan. And also, in my opinion, Tyson Fury lost that fight to Otto Wallin. Those 2 big, massive cuts above his face, and he was bleeding and couldn't see out of his left eye. And as everybody says, it's widely known, if the shoe was on the other foot and if Otto Wallin had those 2 massive cuts, the referee would have waved it off. So on that note alone, Tyson Fury, in my opinion, has lost 2 of his last 3 fights. Now, because of that, Tyson Fury's father, Big John Fury, called for Ben Davison's head right after the Wallin fight. But it looked like Tyson Fury was going to stay loyal to Ben. Let's not forget, Ben Davison is the guy who took Tyson Fury back from the brink. Tyson Fury was a morbidly obese 400-pound guy who was sitting down, eating burgers, sniffing coke, fucking prostitutes, eating more burgers, fucking more prostitutes, doing more drugs, and Ben Davison got him back to health, took him out to a training camp in Marbella in the baking hot sun and helped him lose that weight slowly. But who knows what's happened? Who knows? Ben Davison was in Tyson Fury's camp for the last 5 fights. Francesco Pianetta, the other guy that nobody can remember, Deontay Wilder, Tom Schwartz, and Otto Wallin. So, he's been with Tyson Fury for a while now. You could call it, 2.5, maybe 3 years. And also just those training camps to help him lose weight. But clearly something has gone on. Now, I don't know if Tyson Fury wanted to add more to his camp like he did this for the first Wilder fight. And maybe Ben Davison wasn't feeling it. Or maybe because he's going to get paid a fuckload amount of money for this Deontay Wilder rematch, and maybe he was trying to give Ben Davison a flat fee instead of a percentage, and Davison probably said no. We don't really know the truth, but what we do know is that Ben Davison has come out in support of Fury, and he's wished him well, and he claims that Fury's going to beat the Dusser. Don't know about that, mate. So moving on, he's sacked Ben Davison and he's brought in Emmanuel Stewart's nephew, Sugar Hill Stewart. Now, I think the reason why he's doing this is because Tyson Fury, he really wants to knock out Deontay Wilder. And everybody knows that Emmanuel Stewart and anybody who was part of his coaching staff, these guys are known for really elevating power in boxers and really getting people to their optimum punching power. With Ben Davison, he was more of a sort of slip and slide, sort of jab and feint trainer. Sort of similar to what Fury had already been doing with his uncle, Peter Fury. But, Tyson Fury, he never had any power. Look at the shots that he unloaded on Deontay Wilder, and Wilder didn't look like he was ever coming off of his feet. Similar to Otto Wallin. And then when you think about it, in the reverse, Otto Wallin opened up 2 massive gashes in Fury's face. So maybe that's what Tyson Fury's biggest issue is. He's 6'9", he's really heavy, but, he's not really generating any power for a man of that size. When you think about a guy who's 6'9", 19 stones or whatever it is he should be blowing people out the park, but he's not. It's just jab, 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 boring. And, maybe he's come to realize that if he is going to be successful in this game, he needs to have more of a knockout punch. The thing is that joining up with Sugar Hill Stewart, yeah, that's great, but how greatly can Sugar Hill Stewart improve your right hand in 2 months? It's a strange one. I mean, if this is what you really wanted, you fought Otto Wallen about 8-9 months ago. Why did you not sack Ben Davison then? Why would you leave it for 2 months? Unless the conversation in the camp was, I want to bring this guy in. Everybody knows that there was a lot of friction in the Wilder versus Fury first fight between Ben Davison and the additional trainer that Tyson Fury brought in, Freddie Roach. And maybe Ben Davison was looking like, I just don't want this headache again. We'll never know. Tyson Fury hasn't actually made an official statement. And Ben Davison, I think he's trying to save face. But the thing is with Ben Davison, I guess he's just losing a lot of his stripes right now. Billy Joe Saunders sacked him, and so has Tyson Fury. And it's like, I'm sure he does have other clients on his books. But at the same time, none of them are going to be at that level of Tyson Fury or Billy Joe Saunders. But I guess if he keeps stum, he'll be able to come back. At the end of the day, a lot of people, I'm not sure why, I think that Tyson Fury won that first fight. I mean, they all disregard the fact that Fury had an additional 30 to 40 seconds, but it is what it is. And because of that, I'm sure Ben Davison's stock will still be high. As long as he keeps his mouth shut, he'll get other good quality fighters to train. But is he going to get anybody on the level and the caliber of a Tyson Fury or even a Billy Joe Saunders? I'm not sure. Time will tell. So what do I think this really leaves Tyson Fury? Well, I think it could be detrimental. The reason why I say this is because you have got 2 months to learn a new trainer's styles and techniques. If the fight happens on February 22nd or 23rd, whatever fucking day it is that fight is touted to take place. So if they really are trying to keep to the date that they supposedly have agreed, how are you going to take on all of this new information? February 22nd, that literally is 2 months and 3 days away. How is Emmanuel Stewart's nephew really going to imprint all the additional things? Or is he just there to work on power punching and help Tyson Fury get as much swing and elevation into the power shots as possible? I really don't know. I do feel a bit sorry for Ben Davison because, you know, you've just been sacked just before Christmas when you would have been working on the biggest fight of your life, trying to get that WBC belt. Tyson Fury, who claims that he was robbed against Deontay Wilder, took 2 warm-up fights against Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallen in a fight where I personally think he lost to Wallen. Now, a guy who supposedly got robbed in a fight, why would you take 2 warm-up fights? Why did he run away to Bob Arum and go and sign that BS deal with ESPN? Now, if I believed that I got robbed, I would have been in an immediate rematch. Similar to what Apple Juice did. Apple Juice claimed that Andy Ruiz hit him over the side of the head with a lucky punch from the gods, and he went and he rectified the BS. Why did Tyson Fury not do the same? What was those warm-up fights for? And also, those warm-up fights might end up costing him dearly. You took a warm-up fight against Otto Wallen, and now you've got 2 massive cuts. Time will tell if those cuts have been healed or not. Deontay Wilder's already vowed to open those cuts up, and you know, he is the hardest puncher in the history of boxing, and if any man can open those cuts, it's Deontay Wilder. What do I think is going to happen? Well, I don't know. I don't really know much about Sugar Hill Stewart, I'll be honest with you. Emmanuel Stewart, to me, might be the greatest boxing trainer of all time, but what about his nephew? I'm not 100% sure on this one. Could it be detrimental? Is it a bonus? Who knows? February 22nd, we will find out. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder on double pay-per-view. Pay-per-view in the USA, pay-per-view in the UK. Let's hope that this fight gets announced soon, and let's hope that the build-up goes well. I think everybody who listens to me should really come out and support this fight, whether you're English or American. Just buy the pay-per-view. I mean, what is 20 quid, mate? Like, it's a great fight. This is pay-per-view worthy. It's a grudge match. You've got 2 people who really think that they should have got the decision. Fury on points. Wilder thinks that, you know, the referee should have done the right thing and waved it off or started the count on time. There was a lot of controversy in the first fight. So that's my take on it. I do feel a bit sorry for Ben Davison, but, you know, maybe the writing was on the wall. And I think it's clear as day to see that Tyson Fury now thinks that maybe he should have lost those 2 fights as well. That's why maybe he wasn't as happy with Ben Davison as we think. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys. Leave a comment, hit like, hit subscribe, share this video, press the bell icon. That's the end of the show because Remstar says so.